Hello, hello! Welcome back to another Dinner and a Show on the Road. I am Ryan, and I just got out of a showing for Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. This is the fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It seemed like this project was in development hell for a long time, because I kept hearing about it, kept hearing about it. Nothing was coming up out of it. But it looks like it got out of it. And it's now in theaters. And so what did I think of it? Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I really could not stand the third one. Third one was just awful. Way too long and just, it was just bad. Second one was fine. I actually enjoyed that one a lot when I first watched it. And the first one is still my favorite. Nothing can really top the first one to me. That was when Johnny Depp was at his prime as Jack Sparrow, and it's just hasn't been topped. So, but this one was actually, quite enjoyable. I haven't even watched the fourth one, so, I mean, there were a few things that were confusing, but, not too confusing. I was able to understand this one quite well. So the premise of this one, yes, and forgive me for not knowing half the cast in here, so, sorry. I just do these videos as soon as they're open, and I totally forget to just look at the credits. But I do know Johnny Depp and Jeffrey Rush. So anyway, years pass. Everyone thinks Jack Sparrow is dead, and so there are a bunch of people trying to look for him. One of them is the son of Will Turner, played by Orlando Bloom. His name is Henry Turner. And he is trying to break his father's curse of being Davy Jones on the Flying Dutchman. And the way to do that is to try and find the Trident of Poseidon. And he needs Jack Sparrow's help to get it. Also, there's a girl named Kalina. She is trying to find the Trident of Poseidon too. Everyone thinks she's the witch because she can read the stars. She's there, I think, to find something about her father. And Jack Sparrow's trying to look for the Trident of Poseidon because there's an evil Spaniard named Captain Salazar who is basically a zombie pirate, or no, not a pirate, just a zombie soldier, and his tons of, undead minions. They're out to get Jack Sparrow for revenge. And so, in order to do that, or to stop them, Jack Sparrow needs to find the Trident to break the curse. So yeah, there you have it. You have three people trying to find the Trident of Poseidon, and they all seem to work together, or end up together and working together to find it. So with that out of the way, how did they execute it? Well, it's flat out ridiculous, I'll just say that. Henry was a likable guy, but he didn't really do a whole lot. He just kept getting into trouble, and didn't really contribute too much to the plot. They were really focusing on Kalina. They want, the strong female protagonist. I think Disney's pushing that a lot, and that's great. But, she wasn't introduced until later in the movie, so, maybe probably 10 minutes in. The first person you really see is Henry as a small kid. Telling Orlando Bloom, aka Davy Jones, or Will Turner, that, he's going to find the Trident and free him. So I kind of thought Henry was going to be the main character, but it turned out it was more Kalina. So I wish the movie would have done that better. And then Jack Sparrow, gosh. See, in the first movie, he was great because, like, he acted like an idiot, but he wasn't. He was smart. And, you know, like, the way he cared for his crew was sort of backhanded, but, I mean, he actually did care for his crew. You know, he didn't, you know, continually try to, you know, betray them or anything like that. Whereas here, he's just very selfish. I mean, true, he's a pirate, but just like the kind of selfish that just, you know, got on my nerves, you know, just like, man, you're not a likable guy. I mean, and then he actually is a bumbling idiot in here, you know, he's just walking around being a drunk, you know. I mean, Jack Sparrow is, you know, he is a drunk, but he acted like it in the first one, but he was more smart in there, whereas here he's just, you know, drunk and can't really think for himself, and he's just clumsily walking around. He's basically like Jar Jar Binks. I know people will get upset about that, but like Jack Sparrow has turned into Jar Jar Binks in terms of just, you know, he just walks into another plot convenience. It's like, oh, he's about to get shot. Well, hey, he just happens to fall over and knock a soldier out, you know, with a piece of plywood. I mean, it was slightly better than, say, like At World's End, but I mean, it was still there, and he just annoyed me a lot. You know, a lot of the likability that Jack Sparrow had in the first one has kind of all but disappeared at this point. And Kalina was great. She, you know, she was smart. You know, but, you know, she did need help every now and then, you know, from, you know, other pirates or Henry or something like that, you know, but, you know, she was, you know, able to hold her own ground, you know, and she's the smartest one. Apparently her father, taught her the stars and stuff, so it was great. And then Barbossa's back, you know, he's a captain, he's one of the top captains in the seas of the Caribbean. He's trying to make sure he gets his power back, you know, from Salazar, because Salazar's just killing his ships one by one. But yeah, he was great to see, and he's always great working with Jack. And they have a love-hate relationship towards each other, mostly towards the hate side because they're enemies from the first one. Captain Salazar, he was a little bit over the top for me. Just the way he talked and everything, he was just kind of dumb. But I liked the visual effects that they gave him and all of his crew. I mean, you know, some of them just looked flat out ridiculous. Like someone was like a pair of arms, and that was it. I was just like, what was that? Why? Because basically, you know, they ended up being ghosts of whatever was left of them from the explosion that Jack Sparrow set on their ship. So yeah, he was just weird. But the visual effects were a lot better than what the trailers were showing, because the trailers, they didn't give the full effect. So I mean, the pirates look like, you know, they generally look like they're underwater, especially Captain Salazar. They paid the most attention to him. The sharks were pretty cool, the undead sharks. There were a lot of unnecessary scenes, I would say. Like there was a wedding that was about to happen that Jack Sparrow got roped into, quite literally. That was like, why? I mean, sure, it was trying to be funny, but it's just like a weird scene. It's like, why was the scene in existence? Yeah. I mean, there was a fun, I think probably the most fun scene I had was when Jack and his crew were robbing a bank because like 8 or 10 horses were carrying around a large building with the safe inside it. How that happens, only movie logic, but it was pretty funny to see. And it was a fun little sequence, you know, because they introduced everybody. They introduced Kalina. In there, like, all the characters were introducing themselves, pretty much. You know, so Henry ran into Kalina runs into Jack, you know, just everyone's just running into each other. And I think somehow they all meet, you know, later on, you know, to go on their quest for the trident. But it was just, we just got to see a good taste of everything that was going on, or what was about to happen. Music, nothing really stood out. You know, you heard all the great themes of the past. You know what? I diss the third movie a lot, but they actually had a really good music score. I cannot fault any movie for the music. Jack Sparrow's theme was in there. You have kind of the love theme between Will and Elizabeth show up. I mean, it was all there. So I was very happy to hear all those wonderful pirate themes again. But I was waiting for Captain Salazar to have a really cool theme, and they didn't. And I was like, come on! Why didn't he get a great theme? It wasn't really noticeable. Maybe I'd have to listen to the soundtrack again. But it just did not stand out to me. So, sorry. I'm trying to think what else is there. Yeah, maybe the editing was a little weird. I would have liked it if Captain Salazar's story about Jack Sparrow was towards the beginning rather than, you know, towards the middle, because they kind of introduced it in the trailer that way. I was kind of expecting the narrative to flow like that instead, which is, it's not a bad idea. You know, they got, you know, a young Henry Turner meeting his dad, you know, on the Flying Dutchman. He's just like, hey, I'm going to rescue you. I'm going to break this curse off you. And you know, so that was a good beginning. But it just, you know, just kind of went off. The editing just kind of went off from there. It was just weird. And then they had a really dumb plot point of the British soldiers trying to get the Trident 2, and I'm like, that led to nothing. I was like, come on, really? And I guess there was some other plot point that I guess could be interesting of Kalina's father and who he is. I'm not gonna, you know, say anything further about that, but you know, it was interesting. But the payoff, you know, at the end just wasn't really much, I'd say. So overall, you know, film was all right. Action was there. Got a pretty much fun dump sequences. Just got to put up with Jack being an idiot and not the smart, savvy pirate that he used to be. So I'll give it a wave. You know, you'll have a good time. I was with a bunch of friends, and we all seemed to have fun. But I was just, you know, overall disappointed at how Jack Sparrow was a great, smart, cunning, you know, threatening pirate, and now he's just turned into a bumbling buffoon who just somehow, because the plot demands it, gets everything he wants. It's just kind of sad to see a character like that, you know, fall so far. But hey, it's bound to happen when you make 4 other sequels based off of a ride at Disneyland. So, anyway, that's all I got. Until next time, I'm Brian. I will see you at the movies.